Hello, I'm Joe, and I have type 2 diabetes. Recently, I took part in the SCORE-IT study to help improve the way research for new type 2 diabetes treatments is done. Other people with type 2 diabetes took part too, along with health professionals and researchers. One of those researchers is Dr. Anya, who's here with me now.
Hello.
When Dr. Anya develops a new treatment and wants to find out if it works, she looks at what effect the treatment has on patients by measuring outcomes.
That's right. For example, if there was a new treatment for type 2 diabetes, I might want to measure its effect on blood glucose, an outcome. But there is a problem, because other researchers across the world often measure other outcomes. And if researchers don't all measure the same outcomes, then the results of their research can't be compared or combined.
And that means it takes longer to find out which new treatments work.
Exactly. But we can help solve this problem by using something called a core outcome set.
Yes. A core outcome set is a list of outcomes that have been agreed as the most important.
When the most important outcomes, the core outcomes, are agreed, they should be measured in all future clinical research. The people who took part in the SCORE-IT study agreed the most important outcomes, the core outcome set, for research of glucose-lowering treatments for type 2 diabetes.
People like me with type 2 diabetes,
Researchers like me,
and health professionals agreed the SCORE-IT core outcome set together. Everyone had a say in what outcomes are important.
176 people from 17 countries took part in an online survey called a Delphi survey. They were all given a list of outcomes and were asked to score how important each outcome was to them when making decisions about treatments.
A smaller group of people living with type 2 diabetes, researchers and health professionals who had completed the survey, also attended a meeting where the results of the survey were discussed and the core outcome set agreed. We agreed 18 outcomes as the most important to measure in future research of glucose-lowering treatments for type 2 diabetes. These 18 outcomes are:
Glycemic control. This is how well your blood glucose level is controlled over time. Hyperglycemia, having a high blood glucose level. Hypoglycemia, when your blood glucose level is too low. Body weight. How well your kidneys function.
your overall quality of life, being able to complete your usual daily activities. Cerebrovascular disease, where damage to the blood vessels in your brain can lead to other conditions like stroke or vascular dementia. Neuropathy. This is damage to your nerves caused by high blood glucose. Worsening of your eyesight or a loss of vision. Having gangrene or an amputation of your leg, foot or toe. Non-fatal heart attack. Heart failure.
How often someone is admitted to hospital because of their diabetes. Emergencies caused by having very high blood glucose, including ketoacidosis and hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state. Side effects of treatment. How long you live. And death from a diabetes-related cause.
The SCORE-IT core outcome set is important for future research, and people living with type 2 diabetes have played a key role in developing it.
If you are a researcher, then you should consider using the core outcome set in your research. It's also important that organisations funding diabetes research ask researchers whether they will use the core outcome set in their research studies.
Absolutely. And if you have type 2 diabetes and are invited to take part in a research study, you can ask the researchers if they're using the SCORE-IT core outcome set. By working together and using the SCORE-IT core outcome set, we can make sure that, in the future, treatments that work will be available more quickly for people living with type 2 diabetes.
If you would like further details about the study, please visit
www.scoreit.org.uk